Okay, the test that we're performing here is the astrand sub-maximal VO2 max test. What it does, it requires a 10-minute testing protocol with a 2-minute warm-up and a 2-minute cool down. So if I can just get you to start pedaling, Haley. What you do is your client warms up for a 2-minute comfortable rate to their own fitness level. So after this 2-minute period, your client is encouraged to increase their power output to a predetermined level. The experience, the cardiovascular experience of your client, their fitness levels, their comfort with the piece of equipment will determine these predetermined max outputs. But generally speaking, you are looking at anywhere between 60 to 80 revolutions per minute for female, 70 to 90 plus for a male. As we get into the testing protocol itself, in 1-minute increments, it is your responsibility to record heart rate, the power output, or watts, and the rate of perceived exertion. Rate of perceived exertion comes from your scale of 1 to 10, discussed already in the chapter from the book. Again, before the test is commenced, it is your responsibility to determine what the rate and what the scale will be. 1 may be feeling fantastic, feeling brilliant. 10 is, I can't go any more, I'm in severe discomfort. This must be determined before testing is started so that your client is comfortable and able to give you adequate readings. When dealing with RPE, it is also essential that your client gives you a reading based on their global or all body feeling, not just in one area of their body. Because what you may find is an untrained, unfit client may have pain and discomfort and weakness in their legs because of the cycling, but they feel comfortable. Their breathing is fine, they're getting enough oxygen in. So it is important that you discuss and you allow and you make sure that your client, when giving you their reading of rate of perceived exertion, that it is a global. They are not just concentrating on one body part and how that body part is feeling. So every minute for this 10-minute increment, it is important that you are recording these rate of perceived exertion, the watts being produced, and the heart rate of your client. If at any time the heart rate or the watts drop below predetermined amounts, then you may have to increase resistance to cause them to rise up to the levels that you need. You are looking for your client working between 130 to 160 beats per minute, with the wattage or the power output determined by gender and comfort and fitness level. Continue taking readings every minute for these 10 minutes until you have a table of 10 readings for wattage, heart rate, and rate of perceived exertion. When your testing is finished, allow your client to slow down, reduce the resistance, bring their heart rate slowly down to a resting or above resting heart rate. So, for example, if your client is working consistently at 140 to 145 beats per minute throughout the test, it is appropriate for you to be lowering the resistance during their cool down to bring them down to approximately 95 to 100 beats per minute before stopping the activity. Once the warm down is completed, allow your client to dismount the bike, take your readings away, and fill them into the equation found in your Certificate 3 book to gain the results for their sub-maximal VO2 max.